All right, welcome back. It's still East Central, and we told you that we got a special guest with me today on the show, superstar, super talented, remarkable singer, someone who every time she opens her mouth, you know, the voice resonates with the world. The one and only beautiful Qing Madi.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How you doing though?
I'm great. I'm excited.
I can see. Looking good, looking excited. You know, looking like money. It's necessary. It's necessary. So let's get right into the conversation today, because we have a lot of questions from your fans, but we're gonna just do a quick, chat. Let's get a quick chat. Okay. So you said some time ago that Qing Madi is an alter ego. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's a different side of you. So what part of Qing Madi, the alter ego, is, what part of that do you have as the actual person?
I feel like I rarely possess any traits of the idea of Qing Madi, because she's very confident, very bold, and those that know me from my innocent years, I'm very introverted and very inside. So I feel like we're quite opposite in a lot of ways, and the only similarity is the creative part, because Qing Madi loves music and I do love music as well, and I love writing and creating, but on stage it's just like a very different, bold and confident person that I feel like I'm growing to become. So it's like a one-way thing, but right now I'm still like learning and everything.
Wow. So every time you see yourself, maybe you go back and watch yourself on stage when you perform, are you like, is that me?
Is that girl? I'm sorry, every time, like I'm still very in shock, because even my people, they're like, where did this come from? Because sometimes I improvise, like I'm on stage and I see a fan and I just say something, I'm like, I would never do that in real life. I'm so shy, but yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's good to know that. Now, some time back, you said you lost a couple of followers because you mentioned Jesus on your social media. So after that, what happened?
I got a lot of hate messages. Yeah, people were like, then stop making music, go open a church, So I started getting, and I was very confused. I'm like, y'all threatened by Jesus? That's a lot. So I was very surprised, but it obviously forced me to do more. Okay. Because I'm like, wow, this is what I should have been doing, because it was very encouraging to see that a lot of people, I focused more on the positive, because a lot of people did DM me and they were very inspired. They were like, seeing me, because somehow I feel like religion kind of makes a lot of people feel like they're not worthy of being accepted as a group. So people just seeing me in the limelight as quote unquote circular artist speaking about Jesus is like, oh, so we're not condemned, but we can be. So I felt very blessed to see a lot of people DM me and say like, yo, you literally blessed us. You made us feel like, I started reading my Bible. I loved it so much. And I felt very encouraged.
Now you spoke about the hate. Yeah. So how do you handle trolls? Because I know that they are around.
They're a lot.
Yeah. So how do you handle them? What
80% of the time I'm laughing. I never take anything serious in life, because I know that Earth is a walkway. So it's very funny to me when I just say, I'm like, oh my God, there's no way you took time out of your day to write a message, and it's like, girl, you need love. Like, that is so sad. So I'm never the, oh, he told me, I never read stuff and take it. But the positives, I take it all, and I'm like, I enjoy my wins, but I don't dwell on them, so I could keep working. So yeah, that's kind of how I handle stuff.
So do you by any chance listen or take notes of some of these trolls and be like, okay, maybe what they're saying, maybe I need to work on that or this?
So I feel like I could tell the difference between criticism and trolling.
Trolling, yeah.
So trolling is just direct hate. There's no single, there's nothing. It's more like, you're this or you're that, or you're, when they talk about my age or my music or how I dress, some people are like, why are you always dressing like a boy? So there's really nothing there's nothing. But then when you see criticism, it's like, I feel like if you worked harder on this, and I'm like, oh, okay, you observed something, but maybe you chose the wrong words, but I see where you're getting, the information. And I love criticism, because I'm a critic myself. Like, I watch my stuff, my team knows, I'm like, no. So I'm always criticizing everything before it gets out. So when I get criticism, even if it's by the wrong choice of words, I feel like I can.
All right. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we still got a lot of questions for Qing Madi here. And as you're watching, you can drop your comments as well. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. It's still East Central, and with me I still have the super talented Qing Madi, and I'm taking it upon myself to ask your questions. Yes. So how are you feeling now?
I'm good.
We passed phase 1.
Yes, sir.
Let's move to
Let's
phase
go.
2. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know, they say young people don't know how to handle success and fame well enough. Now, you're in the industry, you're famous now, you know, and at a young age, how do you handle that?
Ooh, I would say that I'm very blessed to have family because I feel like that saying comes from a person who is in control 100%. And so sometimes when you're very in control of everything, emotions can ruin it, like stress can ruin it. There are a lot of times where I used to get very sad based on things. Like maybe I would be working abnormally, like 48 hours back to back, and I'm just like, I'm so tired. And my mom is just there like, don't worry, it's okay. Like, you know, I just need people around me that care about me, and they just, you know, they uplift me as a human being. So I'm dealing with it right now, I would say, thanks to my family and my team, because it's like, okay, like now I can't go to the supermarket, now I can't just walk on my street. And, you know, people get very invasive. Sometimes it could be negative and positive. Some people don't care if you look terrible and they just want a picture.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, it gets very overwhelming that you always have to look presentable. You can't just stroll. A lot of things are limited. Are you going there alone? So sometimes I'm just like, yo, like, this is not how I want to live. And, you know, family's always there to remind me, like, okay, calm down. Like, everything's going to be fine. I also have the most amazing friends, and I keep them very close. So I remember that I'm a human being as well, because there are times when like I perform and I see people like crying and stuff, and I'm just like, for me, I'm the reason.
You never
so you
expected
know,
that.
like it sometimes messes with my head. I'm like, this is so beautiful. Like
Great.
there's no way a song I wrote in my room is, you know, connecting to both of us
To
so
people,
well.
yeah.
And so it gets a lot. It's a very overwhelming feeling, but like I feel like family, friends, and God most importantly keeps me grounded and humble and like, you know, just connected to earth, so I don't feel like I'm above everything, because it's
like
really
that.
it's crazy.
I like that, so that you don't
Yeah.
feel like you're above everything. That's key. Okay, so we went to the streets, right?
Yeah.
We had a few conversations with young people to ask about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So let's watch and hear what they had to say.
Oh, that's exciting.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. I prefer Ole with Z Ole.
She has a lot of bangers. She's good. She has one with Benson Ole that was quite catchy. She has some other ones. I can't really remember the names for some reason, but let's say Ole.
I don't really listen to her like that, but I'm still with Ole with Buju.
What?
Nah, I don't know her. Nah, I don't know her.
She's my crush, actually. The one she sang with Buju, the song she sang with Buju. Girl, I don't really know, but when she came to, there was a time she came to Unilag. So she came with some like group of dancers. Man, I was just so focused on her. But you know now.
That's so cool.
Now look at that guy saying he was just so focused on you.
Yeah.
You know, but looking at the conversation, you can see that some people said they didn't know you, right?
Yeah.
And so how does that make you feel though? Because
That's okay.
okay, because I noticed on your Twitter, your name is King in bracket,
King.
K-I-N-G.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so talking about identity now, because that's a serious thing for visibility. And do you think the reason why you had to put that out there is so that people could know that, okay, this is what it means, or this is how it's spelled, or this is how it's pronounced? What was that about, really?
So first of all, I'm gonna start with, it's okay for people not to. A lot of people know my music and don't know me. Like I've been in places where like they play my music and they have no idea that
You're
it's
the
me.
one.
And I feel like it's a blessing. I started music like a year ago, and I have multiple songs that have got millions of streams, and I have fans, and I'm growing as a human being. So it's like even knowing me in general is a blessing. And I feel like just, I don't know, it's just, I'm super blessed. I'm very grateful. So sometimes I just like taking on my wins. And then again, what was your question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was talking about the fact that you had to, you know, the identity thing.
Oh yeah. So sometimes people pronounce my name wrong.
Okay.
And they say Quing or Qing.
Quing.
Yeah. Because like, where's the U, guys? It's K-I-N-G. So I'm like, it's pronounced K-I-N-G, but it's spelled Q-I-N-G. So that's like, I'm trying to correct like the pronunciation. And that's kind of why my first EP was named Qing Madi. So like, you have to check for the name. You have to spell it to see it. And I feel like it's very important for people to know me as an artist way beyond what I could do. Just like have a personal relationship with me and be like, okay, this is Qing Madi. Her favorite color is blue. And you know, just like some pretty irrelevant details. I feel like it's really sweet.
Y'all had it. Her favorite color is blue.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that,
I mean,
that's it right there. Her favorite
right
color is blue.
everywhere.
So now let's talk about the new baby Goosebumps, right?
Okay.
The new baby Goosebumps. So tell us, it's it's getting all the massive acceptance. You can see it. You can see the fans loving it. Did you expect that this song was going to cause that level of?
So when I teased it, right, on TikTok and I played like a little part of it, everyone was already like, when are you dropping it? So I'm like, oh, that's really sweet. But when, like I started seeing, I think just this morning it was 500,000 streams. I'm like, whoa, like you guys this is one of the fastest I've had, and I'm super blessed again. So I'm just very grateful, and I'm just accepting all my wins, really.
And looking at the conversations we saw, most of the people who spoke, they spoke about Ole.
Yeah.
Yeah, they spoke
their
about
favorite.
Ole.
I don't know.
How does that make you feel, seeing the fact that, you have a new joint out there and people are still making reference to Ole? Do you think are you pressured to beat that?
So this is the problem, right? I feel like a lot of artists are like sewn in with one song that goes really, really big, and so they just like, that's the one we're gonna keep reminding you of forever. I mean, it's different to each their own. When I was in Uganda, everyone was on American Love, American Love. So I think someone even called me that. They were like, isn't that American? I'm like, no, that's not. So it's sometimes they associate you with your work so much that they tend to forget that there's more to you, and they don't even want to let go. And I mean, in general, I'm just like, I don't know, man. At some point, you'll listen to it and you'll fall in love with other songs. So it's normal.
Okay. So the one you did with Chloe Bailey,
Yes,
a lot of people be like, yo, that was massive. That was massive. How did it feel putting that together?
It was beautiful. Her energy, my energy was very in sync. And, the first thing she told me when I saw her was, oh, we're birthday mates. I'm like, I didn't know.
Oh, that's nice.
We're both July 1st. It was a super cute information.
Yeah.
And shot the video in Los Angeles. It was my first time shooting a music video outside of Africa. And also was my first time writing a script, because I wrote the script for the music video. So
Great.
it's like, yeah, wow, I just did that. And wow. So I'm very blessed. And it's just, everything's a blessing to me. So yeah, that was beautiful.
Interesting. So before I let you go, I just want to ask quickly, do you think beef is necessary for artists? Because now we see Davido, Wizkid, we see this guy, that guy. Do you think it's good enough? It's good to have beef, or it's an insult to the fans?
So sometimes it's strategic. Some people do it because, people in general, we love to be involved in an artist's personal life. We love when they take us along, and if you're getting a divorce with your wife, put it on the internet, everybody's crowding, because we like to have intimate conversations and intimate knowledge about what's going on in a person's life, even though we don't care.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes artists do it to give you an insight on, okay, this is how I am. I don't like this person, just so y'all know. So if you like me, you don't like this person too. It's normal. And I feel like it's fun too, even when it's like rehearsed. It's super fun because you get to like have teams and fan bases fighting against other fan bases, pulling out so it's fun, it's strategic. Sometimes people do it as a promotional scheme. Yeah. People do it when it's legit, So it's really fun to watch. I don't think I would do that though.
Okay.
Because, it's a very intimate thing. I'm like, nah, if I had beef with somebody, I would text them like, what's up?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to let you go, but thank you for joining us today on the show. We appreciate your time. It was a great conversation, by the way. It was a great conversation, by the way, and I believe your fans out there, she has moved from Ole. Okay?
Thank you.
She has moved
I've moved
from Ole.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's done. Thank you for coming out there.
Thank you so much.